Welcome back to Subsistence. Well, we're over a year in on this playthrough, and I had stopped playing for a brief time in anticipation of the new update. And it came out on June 19th. So I am very, very pleased to announce that we have a bunch new stuff to explore, and I'm really excited about it. So, in order to show you some of this stuff, I have turned hunters. Well, I turned them down so that they won't attack us constantly. They're still there. The hunter camps are still there, but for the time being, I wanted them to just lay off for a little bit. They can kind of take a bit of a mini vacation from the attacks. And so we're going to go through. I'm not going to read you the whole thing. If you want to see what all is in the update, just check out the Steam page for the update. But I'm going to cover some of the highlights real quickly here. And the main thing I want to talk about right now is this. I went ahead and made this because I had all the stuff for it. I just needed power and mass, and I've got plenty of storage for that. It's a stove. This stove will allow us to make some really cool meals, and we will look into all of those as well. But we also need pans, and the pans, they also require, let's turn this on, because I want to get some, like, our power situation's fine right now, but I need more mass. We need pans in order to cook with, but in addition to the pans, okay, here's the deal. You make in the BCU, this is where you make your oven. And you see here it costs 12 scrap metal, 6 metal ingots, and 30 electrical components. No problem, I had all that stuff. And then it took 1,000 power and 150 mass. Again, I had that as well, but now my mass is low, so we just gotta, gin up a little bit of mass. Okay, so back to the stove. In order to cook some of these high-end recipes, which, by the way, give you really good benefits. And you may notice, like, if you look in the lower right-hand corner, there's my strength. I previously was calling it the stamina bar because of the little lightning bolt next to it. It's not stamina, it's a strength bar. Anyway, the strength bar and the health bar below it, they have, like, numbers on them. And I like that. We're 80 out of 80 on those things. And you may notice also below those bars, there's another, like, on the strength bar, there's a little tiny blue bar down below. That indicates progress to the next tier or whatever. It's like you can level up, sort of. You can increase those by living off the land and doing things and progressing and so. It's hard to explain, but that is a thing. You can increase these numbers. And so ideally I want to get my health and strength up to what I think the new cap is 125. So that should be great. But look in the workbench here. We need to go into crafting, and here you'll notice there's a frying pan, a boiling pan, and a baking pan. We need each of those. Now they're very expensive to make. I think maybe some balancing would be in order, because, like, the frying pan is the lowest tier of these cooking implements, and it takes 5 adhesive, 25 zinc fragments, 4 metal ingots, 500 power, and 100 mass. The boiling pan, it takes the same stuff, just in larger amounts, 1,000 power, 200 mass, and then the top tier is the baking pan, and this one is crazy expensive, 9 adhesive and so forth. And so we're going to look into all that stuff, but we've got to get the mass up in order to make any of that stuff. And the other thing I need is chickens. Right now, like, when I laid off the game, I didn't have any chickens. So we're going to go out hunting for chickens so we can get them, because a level 10 chicken now, instead of yielding a couple, like a bunch of fat and the specialty feathers and a couple of the premium chicken breasts, no. Now it yields that stuff except for the breasts, but yields a whole chicken that can then be roasted. So we want to make those roast chickens, but they're going to require a lot of stuff to get to that point. And of course, we've got to have the time of them growing up. All right, so back to this what we were doing here. In addition to having like whole level 10 chickens to make that, we need, oh, here we go. We need this stuff. There are 3 new wild plants. That one we just picked was a carrot. So we need carrots, potatoes, and onions. Now they're fairly rare, but unlike deer, which are also rare, carrots and onions and potatoes don't flee. That's kind of a thing about vegetables. They don't flee. But deer do, and so I will continue to harp on about deer spawns should be increased. Man, it's so hard to find any deer. But whatever, that didn't happen, and we just deal with it. So we're out now today, just primarily looking for chickens and those new plants. I have found, I played a little bit. Obviously, I made the stove, and I found an onion and a carrot, but I still have yet to find any taters. So we're going to continue to run around, but I just got to be cautious. I can't get too close to these hunter camps, because despite the fact that they won't just spontaneously attack me all the time, right now, they will still attack me if I get too close to them. So we won't get too close to them, I hope. The other thing is rogues, obviously. I don't know where the rogues are, and they could, I could just run right into them if I'm not careful, and then that would be a big pain in the butt also. But, oh, what is this? A potato! Great! That is great. So I think now, look guys, I think I've got them all. I think I've got all of the plants. If I'm not mistaken, I've got an onion or 2 back at the base in the box up top by our plant beds. And fortunately, last night all my tomatoes were ready for harvest, so I've got 3 open plant beds. And since I don't have a bunch of chickens and things like that right now eating up all my veggies, I don't have to really worry about that. I can just start planting these new plants as we find them and not replant everything all at once. So let's just head in here and start our new crops. Very excited about this. This is one thing that I think I had mentioned before. It's like, oh, it'd be nice if there's a new variety of crops. So currently I have, let's just extract the seed from that. Yeah, I only have 2 carrots, 1 potato, and 2 onions, but that is sufficient to get us started. There's our onions. Carrots and potatoes. And another thing that was done, and this is really good news too, is stack sizes on many of these items have been increased. So, like all the chests I've got in here that were like jam-packed full, like for instance, look at these, all these eggs. They now, instead of stacking to 50, they stack to 100. So how cool is that? It's very cool, is the answer. The other things, like the medicinal herbs, they're up to 100. Many of these items have been increased. Their stack sizes have been increased, so we can, put so much more into these boxes, and I think that is fantastic. So, I'm not going to go through every individual item and talk about it. What we are going to do, excuse me, hang on, a little throat thing. What we are going to do is go out and look for more of those plants and more chickens, because we really, especially the chickens, I want to get a bunch of chickens. And here's the deal, guys. With these new cooking recipes, oh look, there's a deer over there. I'm going to get that. Damn it, I just bandaged for no freaking reason. I'm going to get that deer, if possible. With these recipes, oh good lord, don't chase that deer. What's wrong with you? There. Send it off that direction. Thing is, can I hit it from here? I can. How about that? All right. You? Yeah, you got a problem with me? I didn't think you would want to do that, but, you know, too bad for you. All right, so, question. Is that corpse still up here? Please be up here. Yes, yes, yes. Great. Okay. So, yeah, I complained about the deer, but, you know, there was one real close to home. That was great. I'm kind of surprised. It's pretty rare. But, here's another thing. It just reminded me when I harvested that, because it had a liver on it. Look, no longer can you make antidotes with burnt, rotten, or cooked livers. It has to be raw liver. So, that's the thing. Now, fortunately, I've got tons and tons of antidotes already made, so that's not a big issue for me, but it is something to be aware of, that you can't just burn the livers and then, you know, later on make antidotes or whatever. So, yeah, that's the thing that's been changed. Another thing that's been changed, and this is a really good change, I think, is, look, see this water canteen? Previously, you had to right-click and fill with water. No more. Now you just mouse over it, and you select it, and boom, that's it. I love that. I think that is a fantastic change. It's a little thing. It's so small, and yet super important, and I love it. I love it. All right, so what we're doing up here, we're going to drop off these livers, because now, like these things, you know, now they're just, I just eat them whenever I need to eat something, but they're not going to help me. Like, okay, you see that message? Not hungry enough to eat this. So I can't top out my food if I'm not hungry enough to eat a particular type of food, especially the foods that give you a lot of nutrition. So, but we're going to just get these things. Oh, we need to do the water, like so. And I'll need to get some wood here, because this, yeah. Here, let's just, while we're here, drop off a few things, get kind of topped off, and we'll head back out and gather more stuff. Where I forget where this stuff is, though. Oh, and this needs to be turned off because our power is starting to suffer. But now that we've, you know, generated up a good supply of mass, we'll be able to start making the various pans and things. And I want to look at the recipes. Once we've got the pans, I mean, it's not going to do us much good to look at the recipes now because we don't have the cooking utensils for those recipes. What am I doing? Oh, this. Yeah, I want to do that. I'm going to take this, put this in here like so, and then we'll turn that on. Probably don't need it on, frankly, but I want to get this. I want to start making the stuff. I really am anxious to make all the new stuff. That goes in there. I've got tons of antlers, so I'm not really concerned about that. But all right, so out we go again to find more of the goodies. Primarily chickens. Just if you see a chicken, shout out, because I sometimes miss them. Fortunately, they make noise. Unfortunately, I spook them, and then they make noise as they run away and run straight towards a bear or something. So, yeah. So what else? What else? There are so many changes to this update. I can't remember them all, but again, like I said, good. Just look on the Steam page, the June 19th update for all the details of this stuff. But so far, I'd have to say this is easily my favorite update. Okay, that hunter's a little bit close. I don't like being that close to them. And I think this is my favorite update primarily because of the little changes, not so much the big changes, but more of the just the little things that make the game more streamlined and I don't know, just flesh it out a little bit better, like better stack sizes on things. That is a game changer for me, particularly because I've been playing so long. I've gotten to the end game, and then what am I doing? I'm just making more and more and more chests to accommodate stacks of nails and scrap and all that. Oh God! I just heard a rogue, I think, cocking his gun. Switch to this. Is he coming? Sure is. Oh, no, you don't. No, no, no. You bastard. Sheesh. Alright, well, we survived it. Thank goodness. Man, this is what I was afraid of. Even with the hunters turned off, I had a feeling I'd run into rogues, and here we are. But, yep, that was okay, though. We got them. Got them all down, and look at all those freaking gears we got out of it. Now, I could make a BCU cracker. I could probably make 2 or 3 of them at this point, but I like the locations of those hunter camps, and if I crack their BCU, I believe the result would be that they would spawn in a different location, and then I might not like that location near as much. What am I doing? Let's just take that. Okay. Well, that not great, but you know, in the end, not that bad either. It cost me 1 health kit and a few band-aids, two bandages. And a few shotgun shells, which is not a big deal either. I should get used to using my 9mm. It's very well upgraded, but I'm such a terrible shot. It's so much easier to hit them with. Oh, look, there's a kitty cat. I don't like that. I mean, I want to kill it for the sinew, but not with that weapon. Let's do this. Really am not out here for cats and hunters. But that being said, it's hard to pass up an opportunity. Alright, hold still. You know, it'd be cool. Run this cat right past those hunters. It'd probably be a bad idea. I mean, they'd probably shoot me dead, or the cat would break my leg right in the middle of their camp, and then I wouldn't be able to get my corpse back or something. So, I'm thinking, let's just run along here. You still coming, kitty? Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm still keeping my eyes peeled for the new plants. Not like I'm going to stop and try and harvest any right now, but question is, did that wolf start following? sort of did. Yeah, you want to come at me here? Alright, well, let's go ahead and get this wolf, and then we'll go finish off that kitty cat. Yeah, I didn't see any indication that, like, the cat spawns had changed or anything like that in the update notes, but whether they did or didn't, we've got this cat right here, and we're going to deal with it. There we go. Not too bad. And let's see what we get sinew-wise. 5 sinew. I am digging that. And cloth is always welcome as well. I want to find chickens, though. I mean, hunters and cougars are fine for the stuff that they drop, but I really would prefer chickens, frankly. But since we've got this good stuff, we'll go ahead and head back, see if maybe we see some spawns along the way here of the special plants or the special chickens. Because you never know. Oh, I hear a chicken. There it is. No, don't run towards that hunter camp. Don't go over that way. Okay, there it is. Got it, but damn, it's dead. No. What are those guys shooting at? They sound really close. Whatever they were shooting, it didn't kill them, so I'm going to leave them be for now. Because honestly, I'm more concerned with veggies and chickens at the moment. Oh, shush. Freaking wolves. Oh, look. Got a couple crates here. Now, I still intend to continue to make the base bigger and bigger and better and better, but I don't know how much bigger and better I want to go with it. But with the new... Did I show you the drill? I don't think I showed you the drill. Oh, look. Look at this. Okay, here's the thing. It used to be a wellhead. It is no longer a wellhead. This is a drill head now. And look, I can select what kind of ore I want to extract and do I just turn it on and it drills down and extracts ore. Now, obviously, with this, no longer am I going to be getting like bottled water to then mix with berries to make berry water. And then I would like to have that. Are these guys on free range? you are free ranging. I don't know why you're hanging out there, buddy, but you can just walk. You can walk around if you want. You don't have to stay on the ramp right there. Maybe it's just lonely. But this now, it's been repurposed to be a drill head instead of a wellhead. So, you know, I'm a little bit torn because, look, there's a plant right here. I want this plant. Oh, damn it. What did I just drop, though? A carrot seed. I want that carrot seed. What can I get rid of here? Alright, let's just eat those 3 berries and we'll grab this. Good. So back to the wellhead slash mining head or drill head, whatever. If it's a choice between not having an endless supply of berry water and not having to rely on going out and hunting for ores, you can just mine the ore at home. I will take the ore every day of the week. I think that is a very, very good trade-off. So, I think for now, I will just take care of putting away a bunch of stuff, and the sun's going down anyways. We'll go ahead and plant up this. You're the potatoes, you're onions, and of course, this one then would be the carrots. So, I have a carrot seed right there, and we do that, and great. So, I think I'll go ahead and turn these grow lights on, because I want this stuff growing as fast as I can. And so, yeah, I will tend to the crops and all the inventory stuff, and I will say thank you so much for joining. I'm super excited about this. I'll probably play through a few days, get some stuff accumulated, and bring you back probably when the plants are ready and we've got some chickens and stuff like that. But until then, thank you so much for joining. I hope you're enjoying it. Smash the like button. Leave me any comments, tips, tricks, recommendations, or death threats. Subscribe if you haven't. And we'll talk with all of you again very, very soon.